G'day everyone, it's Al here from FishingMad and I hope you're very well. Well, we are in the back end of winter now, so late August, and I usually consider this to be about the toughest fishing window, and that's because those water temperatures are at peak low, below 11 degrees. Now, as you can see, it's a little bit later on in the day. This time of year I like to launch a lot later. There's no point being up at first light when it's freezing cold. So we get up, we make the day as comfortable as possible, and we've got some really nice conditions today. So at the moment we're just prepping the barcrusher. What we're going to do is we're going to launch from Wyndham Harbour, which is where we are now. We're going to fish up around that Ballerine Peninsula area. Some great grounds for squid, King George whiting and gummy sharks. And I tell you what, on the back end of winter when that water temperature is mighty cold, that would be a great day's fishing, and I'm pretty confident we're going to get stuck into some awesome fishing action to share with you. So sit back guys and enjoy the show. Let's go fuel up and let's get cracking. All right, cool, so we're all fueled up now, so we are ready to roll. Let's get cracking. Alright, so we've reached our first spot. So we've actually gone about 15 or 16 kilometres so far, and we've only used 6 litres of fuel, which is absolutely awesome. So it's a little bit sloppy here at the moment, but the water clarity doesn't look too bad. So what we're going to do is try and get ourselves a bag of squid nice and quickly, because we're going to use that as bait for the whiting. And we're drifting pretty fast here, so we're going to have 2 sleepers out as we usually do. Both myself and Fads are going to be using a rod in our hand, working some squid jigs, and hopefully we can accumulate some squid. I'll run you through a few tips on the way, but let's get cracking.
Yeah. Oh, I got one. Yeah, good one. Yeah, good one, dude.
Oh, squid.
Yeah.
This is actually pulling some line. Look at that. I've got this Bamford. It's pretty tight. We'll definitely need to net this one, dude.
Yep.
It's a nice one. First catch of the day. Yeah, he's a good squid, man. Nice one. All right, cool, so that's the first catch of the day, and that's a beautiful size squid. So that's just on one of those InQ squid jigs in the green and white, so that works great. And that's a really good size one. Beautiful. Anytime your hand kind of disappears around that hood, you know that's a really good one. So that's a great start to the day. All right, so that's 1 squid down, which is a great start. Now, the only thing is we are drifting so fast at the moment. It's not ideal when you're squid fishing. You really want those nice, subtle, slow drifts, and that way you can go over those weed beds nice and slowly. So what we're gonna have to do at the moment, because we're drifting so fast, is we're even putting tiny little sinkers on the end of our squid jigs, which are acting a little bit like chin weights, and that's just so we're getting our squid jigs down into those optimal areas, right on top of those weed patches. But you know what, you just make what the conditions give you, and we'll make it work, don't worry. All right, let's see if we can get a few more. All right, nice one. Nice one. I'll let him fly if you want. Beautiful. Cool. Nice job, mate. That's it. Right, beautiful.
There's one.
You got one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, it's starting to come on now. It's been a little bit slow over the last half an hour, but all of a sudden, we've had, oh, that's an interesting way that he's hooked this one, eh? Right. So, on the smaller side, but we'll get him in the esky. Perfect bait. Also, these smaller ones are really good eating as well, but hopefully now they'll come on and we can go chase some whiting. Alright, another one on the board. Slowly working our way to a bag. Oh, there he comes. Bright pink.
Yeah.
Got one.
One?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's alright. He's just there. They're hitting them close to the boat.
Yeah,
mate.
that's what they're doing, because you're letting it sink.
Yeah. There we go.
They love the white.
Yeah. One of the joys of squid fishing is ink, and I just got inked a bit on the face there, so we'll do a bit of a clean up here. But look, this is all about keeping it really simple. So we're just using standard 2 to 4 kilo rods. Nice soft tip if you can, that way you're not pulling squid jigs on the drift. And now that that drift has slowed down, we're starting to get heaps of action. So casting it out, letting that squid jig sink to the bottom, and then just a couple of little erratic lifts and let it sink back down to the bottom. You follow that pattern all the way back to your boat, and we're catching plenty of them now. So we're slowly heading towards that bag, which is great because then it means we can head on and do some King George whiting fishing.
Well, I mean, the other day we got 70.
Oh, that's a squid, that's a squid. All right, cool, another squid. That was on the drop, that one actually. And he's a bit bigger than those little ones that we got before, so. All right, cool. Oh, yeah, he's all right. There we go. Beautiful. So, should get ourselves a bag of squid without too much effort today. And then the bites. Oh, that's a bite. Yep, yep, yep. Sleeper's on fire now. All right, they are switched on, which is good. I got most of mine on this white and green jig today. Look at that. Thought you were on as well there, mate. Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, that's a better squid.
That's a better one. Oh, I heard one of the rods go off then. Oh yeah, that's a cracker.
The old Shimano flash boost.
Well done. Well done. Awesome. Oh, beautiful job, mate.
Afternoon shift on this boat.
Yeah. Oh, got one. Got one. Yeah, he chased it. He actually chased that on the wind.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, he's not too bad.
Is
actually.
he just on? He's
Yeah,
just on
he's actually
candle.
not a bad squid.
You want the net for that one?
No, I'll get him.
The ink.
Oh no! When you catch one, just get the squid jig back straight in that same spot because they're often in pairs, and we're just catching heaps of them now. So I've had a lot of fun. Not huge ones, but there you go. Awesome. You're catching squid with the one in your hand, and we're getting heaps of action now with the sleepers. And that's just because we're drifting at a really nice fast pace. And what's happening is those squid jigs are getting nice and low because obviously they're just stationary in the rod holder. So we've got heaps of them now, so we'll do a bit of a count and then we'll go and target some King George whiting. A lot of them on the smaller side today, so the first handful we got were really nice size, great eating size, and some of the other ones have been a little bit on the smaller side, but they'll make perfect bait for King George whiting. So, all right, we'll probably do one more drift and then we'll get on to that. They got nuts, eh? They've gone absolutely nuts. I'm not even working them, I'm basically getting one, casting straight down to it, putting the other rod down. There we go. This jig, that's been the standout one of the day today. Lucky that was water, eh? Oh, there you go. That's been the standout jig today, the inky and green and white. There you go, another squid. And we're getting closer to that bag now, which is awesome. That's another. Look at these beautiful conditions now. You wouldn't think it's the same day. It's literally half an hour later. Another squid. Green and white, mate. Oh. Definitely been the standout colour today. Beautiful.
Cool.
All right, cool. So that is a double bag of squid, and the conditions have completely changed out here. It's really flattened out. It's nice and comfortable. That wind has dropped off, and we've got an esky which is chock full of squid. So it's perfect time now just to go another K or so further out, and we're going to go chase some King George whiting. But that's tick one. So heaps of squid, good eating, and a good source of bait for our next form of fishing. We can use All right, so we have just anchored up in 5 meters deep, and what we're going to do now is some bait fishing. So we're going to be using that fresh squid that we've just caught. So what we're doing now is we're just setting up a couple of rigs. So we're going to do some single hook rigs and a paternoster rig, nice fine gauge hook, and the current's pushing pretty hard at the moment. So we've got about a size 2 sinker, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have a spread of 2 rods each out on the side, and obviously hoping we get some King George whiting on that fresh bit of squid that we've caught. Now, the current's pushing really hard here. I've got some soft plastics as well, and obviously that's my favourite way of targeting King George whiting, but it's pushing really, really hard at the moment. So we'll start with this, and hopefully, fingers crossed, now that we're anchored up, we've got the burley pot out, we've just set up a couple of squid strips, and fingers crossed now we can get onto a hot bite of King George whiting. All right, cool. And that's what's left of our bait. So you got the head, you got the wings, and then what we've done, we've chopped it up into beautiful little squid strips just like that, which is going to make a dynamite bait. So that on a single hook, size 2 sinker, and away we go. On. Let's have a look. Just anchored up. What do we got? A few hits on that side of the boat. That's a white. It's a nice King George.
Beautiful.
That's a legal size.
First
Beautiful.
King George.
All right, man. And on that side, and your other one's getting a hit as well. There we go. It's frantic now. Yeah, it's another King George. Nice job, man.
Beautiful.
Same side of the boat. Funny that with whiting, you'll often have patches where you'll have a spread of rods, and they'll often be on one exact spot. It's pretty common. Anchored up, burleyed up, that burley trail's now kicking in, and we're now starting to get buckles galore. This rod here's about to go, so. All right. Yeah, that's better. That's better. It's not a big one, but we're doing good now. It's 3 King George in about 2 minutes, so a little piece of squid there as bait, so awesome. Let's keep going. Beautiful. That's all I need to show.
I think I want it.
Oh, you're on.
Yeah.
There's
Keep
one.
going.
Actually feels good. Here's another whiting. There we go, look at that. Beautiful. King George are on fire. All right, let's go.
Oh, it's a leather jacket.
A leather jacket. There's no shortage of leather jackets around here. Look at that. What a cool looking fish. Awesome. So I've been finding that peak fishing window over winter, well, it's been really, really cold. It's probably been from about 4 o'clock through to 6 p.m. So fishing that last light evening bite, and right now it's just heading to 4 o'clock now. So we've already started, and it's been pretty crazy. So I'm really hoping now we're moving into that peak window, and hopefully we get ourselves a double bag of squid and a double bag of King George whiting, and that's going to be bloody awesome for a freezing cold winter's day. And those conditions are just starting to flatten out a bit now. Oh, that one's going to go as well, I think. Yep, beautiful.
Yeah.
Excellent. Nice one. Oh, this one's about to go, I think. Yep, good. Geez, they're very timid though today. They're not smacking them and making the rod buckle. You're really having to hold that rod in your hand and then just do a sort of gentle lift as they come on. But awesome. Well, we're accumulating a nice feed here, so it's been a good session, this one. He's a nice, he's actually a nice one, that one.
Nice whiting.
Beautiful. Awesome.
So pick it up.
I know, they're slippery as. This is when you appreciate soft plastics. You go, it's so much easier. Not as much of a mess, not as much setting up and cleaning up, and rigging up. There's a fish. Ah, no, what is this? It's a little leather jacket. Bell hooked leather jacket. Yeah, look at that. Very cool. Another one. Yeah, good one. Look at that. Beautiful. King George whiting.
You might actually close the leather jackets.
Oh, look at that on the drop. All right, so this is on the little Shimano Azalis with the full butt section, which is really cool for putting it in the rod holder. And Fads is on as he as I babble on. Let's do a swap, hey? Let me grab this one. And let's, okay, beautiful. Thank you, mate.
You got it,
That's
no worries.
Yep, and doubles. Oh, and that one's on as well. Triples. This is what it's like. It's been, oh. Look at this one as well. So, as you can see, we're just running single hook rigs, and this one here just a paternoster rig, and these are the tiny little strips of squid caught earlier. Oh my god, there we go.
Oh, it might have come off. I think it came off. Yeah.
It's nuts.
Both rods, eh?
Which one's going to stick? No, neither. They're being so bloody timid. As soon as you cast your bait out, it's like bang, 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 but they're just not committed. They're just stripping our baits over and over again, and there's lots and lots of leather jackets everywhere, so they're stripping your baits. And so this rod in my hand now is just getting, there we go. Oh, it was on. That's how finicky it is. You can understand because that water temperature at the moment is like 10.8 degrees. So this is about as cold as it gets in the bay. I mean, we're still having a good day. We have caught a lot of squid and a lot of whiting, but it has not been a frantic bite. It's been very, very slow and timid and deliberate. We know they're here and we're working towards our bag, but we're just, oh, that's a good fish, lads. Nice off rod, so we're both running the T-curve 2 to 4 kilo rods. Bang, King George whiting. Beautiful. Nice strip of squid. Very, very small hook there. Oh, look at that, it's got doubles. He's got doubles. That's what
it came off. There we go.
All right. And then, and I'm also running one of the Shimano Azalis rods with an Ultegra. And so you got the full butt section. So it's perfect when you're doing this style of fishing. Nice and lightweight, but really good fun. Oh, that was a big hit on that one. Yeah. Oh, no, we dropped him in, Ben.
Oh, still on side.
Yeah. Tell you what, we're having fun now. So many people this time of year, they put their boats and their kayaks and that away. You can catch heaps of fish. You really, really can. It's just about fishing the smart windows. Don't need to be out in the water at first light. Doing some simple techniques. Obviously, we don't do a lot of bait fishing on the channel, but today, going and catching your own fresh bait and then catching a heap of King George whiting. I'd say we're getting pretty close to that double bag now as well, which is awesome. And we're probably going to leave them biting. That side of the boat's going nuts. There he is. There's a nice whiting. All right. Beautiful.
Beautiful one.
Yep. Nice one. It's chaos here.
There we go.
Absolute chaos. Give us that rod. You bring them in. That's all right.
All right, cool.
has been a frantic bite, I tell you. Very timid the way they're reacting, but now they're pretty much hitting every bait on the drop. And there's these little circles of grouse because they come out really, really easily. And there we go there. So lots and lots of King George whiting like that. Absolutely perfect. Oh, there's another one as well. There we go. It was on, Fads. It bounced. Wouldn't be surprised if that comes back. You go to the lake as well. Oh, that one was. Oh, he's on. It's on. Got him? Yeah, got him. Here we go. It's absolute chaos now. We're getting double and triple hookups non-stop now, so it's a lot of fun. This rod's about to go. Yep.
You got one?
Yep. Oh, yep. Yep. Good. Heaps of them. Heaps of them. Straight on the go. Doesn't matter, man. I reckon they're sitting in that one. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it's alright. So, alright, cool. Look, it's found another gear. There we go. All right, well, that is a double bag of King George whiting to go with a double bag of squid. So it has been very, very productive. Both the squid and the whiting were very finicky today, so definitely took some effort. Weren't getting those big buckles that we're used to, but, you know, fishing just nice and carefully. We've accumulated ourselves a really good feed, and it means we've got a little bit of time spare to go and drop a big bait for a gummy shark. So we're going to lift that anchor. We're going to go and do that right now. Ready, mate? 3, 2, and off you go. If you enjoyed the episode, then become a FishingMad member. It's so easy to join by visiting www.fishingmad.com.au/member and unlock access to detailed weekly fishing reports. Whether you fish by boat, kayak or land-based, we have you covered to help you fish the right areas and catch plenty too. Plus we have detailed workshops, rigging tutorials, podcasts, sounder training, kayak and boating tutorials, maps, community forums, gear reviews and gear guides, exclusive unseen episodes, behind the scenes footage and insights about each episode that appears on YouTube and TV, as well as exciting monthly giveaways, catch of the month competitions and discounts to local fishing brands. It's an intuitive and friendly platform full of helpful fishing content that greatly supports everything we do at Fishing Mad, so become a member today.